What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. This is the first video I make in about 2 months while the market was crashing. I didn't blow up my account, and nothing crazy happened other than the fact that I went on a little vacation with the family, and then I got busy with some things, so I wasn't able to upload, and frankly I didn't have anything else to add to what I've already put out there on videos. I'm still doing my main bread and butter, which is selling cash secure puts on leverage ETFs. Some things I've tweaked, and a lot of the things that I tweaked are because of the huge market drawdown that I learned some lessons out of that, and I'm going to show you guys. First of all, I wanted to show you what the account looked like when before on my last video, okay, because that was when the market was down here somewhere, and we were pretty down on the market, and everybody was panicking, and I'm not gonna say that I was panicking myself, but it didn't feel good to have a huge unrealized loss. So let me show you guys real quick. So right here, as you can see, my P&L year to date was almost negative 6,000. I had 200 shares of TNA at a price of 42, so that was dragging me down. I was down to $3,300, and open with everything with the UPRO leap put that I sold here, and these calls and all these puts that I rolled here. Total, I was down $9,000 and some change, and I had $6,000 realized loss, right? So as you know, the market recuperated, and we were here when that last video, and that my account was, like I just showed you, we were down here, and we just kept crawling up. We beeline basically, which was awesome because I was able to close all my puts for a gain, or most of my puts for a gain. I took a few small losses just to get rid of everything, and I want to show you guys because remember, I had those 200 shares of TNA at a price of 42. Well, when the market was around here, I decided to buy 300 shares outright of TNA to lower my cost basis, and I'm going to show you here on the ledger of my account. So here we are, and as you can see here, I bought on June 20, I bought 300 shares of TNA outright for a price of 30.59, and that brought down my 42 price on the 200 shares that I had before. That brought it down to around 35 or 35 and some change. And when the market went up to 36, as you can see here, the market went up to 36 and some change, I decided to close the whole position, and I came out with like a little bit of a loss, but the puts that I sold were also profitable, so that kind of evened everything out. And now you can see that I have TNA. I have another position right now in TNA, but here's my account now. So I'm up for the year. I'm up $3,642 for the year, after being down around $9,000. And that just comes with the territory. When you're putting on these positions, you're gonna have days or months that the market might just crash, but this is a good lesson for everybody. So if you have conviction on the underlines that you're trading, for me, TNA, the Russell 2000, I know we came down really hard, but at the same time, I knew that TNA follows an index, and eventually was going to come up. Now, I didn't know when. I didn't know that we were going to V-line back up, but I knew at some point we were going to be able to come back up, and I was going to be able to work my way around selling calls and puts. And like I did, I bought shares to lower my cost basis. I knew I was going to be able to get out of that loss because this product is it's just not a crazy penny stock that might just go to zero and go bankrupt, right? And that's the idea. That's your insurance that you're trading a good product that, it's an index. Like I always repeat like 1,000 times, right? So for transparency, I'm gonna show you guys. This is on TNA now, but this is this is what my account total is right now: 28,259. I also I took out $9,000, so really the account should be at $38,000. I took out $9,500 to put on Robinhood because I'm going to start another strategy there that I just don't want to mix with my aggressive option selling here. So that's why it's 28 and not 38. Okay. Also, let me show you guys my total year to date. So here are all the trades that I've done. My TNA, it's up 2,189 from, remember, it was like down 6,000 or 9,000 because we beeline, like I said. All these other trades that you see here, like CRSP and DOL and all these random trades, that's another strategy that I do that it's a lot more riskier. I might share it here at some point, but that's the type of strategy I utilize mainly because right now we're at all-time highs. If you look at the SPY, we are over highs, which is crazy. So with SPY, it's not triple leverage. It doesn't have any drag, and it just pushed completely, like we're really past the all-time highs, right? So I'm expecting some sort of drawback at some point. I mean, the problem is it's like timing. At that point, I'm timing the market, but some people are just gonna take some profits at this point. This is crazy. Like we V-line and surpass the highs, and at some point we're gonna have to draw down a bit. So I'm kind of waiting for that before I go and start selling a bunch of puts. I don't want to be stuck like I was before on this huge drop when I sold TNA puts at the 42 line, and then having to hold shares. I had a 42. I sold some puts here at 42, and at 40 and whatnot. I was able to close some of those, but I had to wait and hold those shares for a loss this whole time, and it's just I'd rather not. I'd rather just like I said on my last video, I'm not gonna get assigned shares unless we're down in areas like this, or even here I might get assigned even if it comes down later on. I don't care because this is pretty low on a daily chart, right? So I wouldn't mind getting assigned around here for TNA, but if not, if I'm up here, I'm not gonna get assigned shares. I'm just gonna roll my puts and continue to just like roll and collect premium. And obviously, and at this, like I said, at this and on these greedy market conditions right now, extreme greed is the market sentiment. So I'm not gonna go heavy on any on my main strategy because I just don't want to get caught like last time. So what I do during that time when volatility, if you see the VIX here, volatility super low, you're not going to get the best premium for selling options. So during these times, what I do is that strategy that I mentioned that it's pretty risky, which basically is shorting stocks with naked calls when they go up like 10% on the day. So today, Monday, we got a bunch of things that went up over 10%. So I'm not going to go over my whole strategy here, but basically the main, let me see, is it still here? Basically, the idea is that today this stock right here, as you can see, is up almost 20%. All right, so if you're up almost 20% on the day, at some point you're going to have a drawdown like it did here. Now it's going back up, but my strategy is wait for something like this, wait for after 10 o'clock, preferably around 10:30. And by then, you always, not always, but most of the times, you're going to get some type of retracement. Well, I sell calls, like I would sell calls around 130 at 135 and wait for this retracement and close it for a quick scalp. And that's what I've been doing. And if you see my the summary of all my trades, all these little trades like Love, HIMS, D-Dog, DAO, CRSP, BE, AST, all these trades are like 1 or 2 day trades, and they've been amazing. But it's not something that you just start out and get and go heavy on. This strategy took me a minute. It took me a little while to really get the hang of it and get the mechanics. There are some rules to it, but I'm not gonna go heavy on that today. So let me just go back to my account and show you what my positions are right now. Right now I have a TNA put, but it's a leap. It's a leap put at 30, a sold put at 30. Okay, because right now, like I said, it's the market's frothy and I'm waiting for a retracement. So this is my trade for that. The other trade I have is BITO or BITO. That's a Bitcoin play. And the reason that I'm trading that right now is because it's at a good area. I have it at 22. I have a trade at 22. And the thing about BITO that TNA and all these other leverage ETFs have is dividend, a monthly dividend that they pay. So if you see here, I'm gonna show you the chart of BITO. And look, every month you get a dividend on like the first of the month. So I'm trying to I'm playing the options right before that happen right before X day. That way, if I get a sign on these shares right here, I'm gonna be able to take advantage of that dividend that's coming up here right before the beginning of August. So, like, and look at these dividends, right? They're like 78 cents, $1, 54. They vary. They're not always the same, but the least amount of, like, the lowest dividend that BITO got was 36, which is still pretty damn good for holding 3 shares at around $20. All right, that's a lot of money. And so I love this product. I love this BITO ETF. I don't think it's not leveraged. It does play with they trade futures on Bitcoin, but it's low priced enough to where whatever happens, I can always sell more calls, sell more puts, or do cover calls and average down. And if you get a sign, you get a monthly dividend, right? So even if this thing tanks down to, I don't know, 18, and I have shares at 21, I'm still gonna get a monthly dividend of around, at least 30, 35, 50 cents per 100 shares, right? So that's why I'm playing this product right now, and I only have that one or two puts on Leap, sold puts on TNA, because if the market tanks down to 30, then sucks, but I don't have that much money held in that position, and I can just trade BITO for the time being until we get a nice retracement. All right, well, that's it. And to summarize my bread and butter strategy, I'm still trading it. I'm trading it with BITO because of what I just said on getting assigned shares and getting that monthly dividend. I am not getting aggressive with it because of market conditions right now and the low volatility. And I'm trying to keep a lot of cash some cash in hand when we have a nice retracement. All right, I didn't want to make this video too long, but I don't know what time we're right now, but it's probably pretty long. But I'm not here to make money off YouTube videos. I'm just here for people to find this valuable and to kind of record my journey through trading. So I hope you guys like it. I hope my subscribers like it, and I hope you can get something out of it. If you have any questions, as always, put it in the comments, and I'll answer all the questions that you asked me because I don't have that many people asking questions. So I know I'll be able to answer them. All right, guys. Y'all have a great day.